and he act like communication secretary for Southern Cameroon, Belgium. So when I share, when I invite people, I be say I'll come online, I be say at the top of the hour, but because of some little problems, I need to come few minutes before the top of the hour, share and invite. Let's digest this information. I know a lot of people always come after to watch thousands, but it's always good when you get the information right when I'm online, right when I'm live, so that you can share your own opinion. You can put it in the comment box so that I know how you feel. I know what we have to discuss. I know what we need to handle in my forthcoming shows again. So it's very, very important. One day, God will hear our prayer. God will really hear the prayers of Southern Cameroon, today known as the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Hey, one day, God will hear our prayer. Daddy, one day, God will hear our prayer. I say one day, God will hear our prayer. God will hear our prayer already. If God never hear our prayer, then already that war not for reach even 2 years. Therefore, not defeat we. But because God will hear our prayer, because we mommy the way they don't go ahead, we pa the way they don't go ahead, we picking the way they don't burn them, we picking the way they don't bury our life, we get the way they don't rape for cover them for mass grave. They don't pray. The day when God will kneel down, they tell God how we suffer. Now why that God will hear our prayer? If it's slow, so God bring another thing. So we go to Boya. Meme and Fako. I don't get authors right for this song where they play. They just use it for my show. Now one of our illustrious song in the name of Willie de Paris, Le Seul Parisien de Kondongo, where play this song in solidarity with this fight. Because it will feel the pinch. Yeah, that's one day, God will hear our prayer. When I share, when I invite. I say one day, God will hear our prayer. Daddy, God will hear our prayer. I say one day, God will hear our prayer. Okay, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the 12th of January 2021. You are welcome to my first show of the year. The year that the Lord has blessed us to see. The year that the Lord has a lot for the Ambazonians. The year that this particular year, the Lord has decided that He is going to turn things around for our favor, and we can see how things are turning around. We can begin to see the work and the fruits. Just 1/10 of my trip to Boya, we can see the way the ground is bubbling. We can see how all those foreign occupiers are going down day in, day out in their numbers, in their uniforms, with their armor cars. That is the work of the world draft that we just concluded a few months ago. It was just concluded officially, but people are still to complete. Those who have not completed and those who never drafted still have this golden opportunity to write their name in the history, in the annals of the Southern Cameroon struggle, independent struggle, by paying a token of just $1,000, 1,000 euros. We are free and we get to Boya quicker than we expected. Now, my brothers and sisters, this is your son, your brother, your friend, in the name of Nzale Clovis Songe, who hails from the twin Mwanenguba Lakes, the hills of Kupe, who hails from Kupe, Mwanenguba County, and in the Bangem local government area, right at the heart of town. Now, my brothers and sisters, I come with good news today, with more information and useful information to encourage people to see that we get to Boya and to give people the latest things that have been happening, the updates concerning our fight, and to tell people why some counties, mostly the Fako and Meme county, there have been some stagnation of war there because of particular individuals. There are in number 3 of them. You know, I don't take sides. I'm going to call names after having some information and some classified investigation to know who have been behind the stagnation in Fako County and Meme County in some of the LGAs. I came up with some names, and then we shall know the way forward, how we're going to do, how we're going to handle these people, how we're going to treat these people, because nobody is above the 13 counties that constitute the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. None of us is above the 61 LGAs that constitute the 13 counties of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. So nobody can take a particular LGA hostage or a county hostage. We shall do everything possible to make sure that each and every one who is against us, who is not doing who is not working for the advancement of this struggle, will be put under the bus, just as we did with our former boss who is in Kondege. My brothers and sisters, before I comment with this, commence this show, a moment of silence. I will take 30 seconds. Let's give a moment of silence, a moment of honor for our fallen hero, compatriot, Honorable Daniel Teko, a member of the Restoration Council who died few days ago. May his soul rest in peace, and may he seek justice for Ambazonian before our Maker. Amen. Okay, like I said, this show is not going, my show never takes long. It's not going to last longer. We will have about 40 to 40 minutes to digest this information today. So share and share and share. Because I usually come back and I see thousands, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000 of views, people who've watched. So it's good when we watch it, when we share the information like this live, so that people can inbox, people can write, make in their comment section what they feel, so that I know what we need to handle, how we need to do things. So first on the agenda, there is a Nations Cup that have been organized by the failed state of the Republic of Cameroon, our neighbors, and who are still dreaming that they have authority and control over the sovereignty of Ambazonia, the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. People who have bent to do everything possible to see that that Nations Cup is played even on our territory, just to win international favors and international sympathy, just to show the world that the lies that they have been dishing out there, that things have returned to normal, that things are calm, things are under control. They will do everything possible to make sure that that Nations Cup is played in Victoria. Now, from the structure that we have a government, the interim government of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, with our president, His Excellency Dr. Samuel Sako Ekome. The stand of our interim government that represents the people of Ambazonia, the 8 million Ambazonians, is that there will be no Nation Cup, there won't be any Nation Cup in Southern Cameroon, that is the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. Now, let's not take this a joke. First, we have then guns, we have sticks and stones. Now we have the very weapons that they have, the very types of gun that they have. We are ready to go to greater heights. We are ready to go far and wide to see that we make sure that Nations Cup does not happen on our land, because that is a foreign Nations Cup. We, the people of Ambazonia, we are sociable, we love sport, we love strangers, we are welcoming, but there will be a time that we will have to be organizing our own tournaments. There will be a year that we will become members of CAF, that we shall be partaking in that competition. But now we are not part of them. trying to play a match. I have not seen any written document where they have seek for permission to let us know that they want to use our ground. They are pleading to territory to host a Nations Cup. So anything that they do there is illegal. Now to the CAF, to the African Union, this war has been going on. When President Trump calls us people from shithole nations, shithole countries, he meant what he says. Many people got offended. We are people from shithole nations. You watching at me, I myself inclusive, because of the things, the type of things, the behaviors that we do qualifies us to have that appellation, people from shithole nations. Can you imagine a war has been going on for 4 years? The so-called African Union is sitting there without saying a word because that is a meeting or a club of bandits and dictators that want to cling to powers, and they won't say anything to bring peace and to bring justice to the people of Ambazonia or to any other part of the continent of Africa. Now, there will be some of those people that will be selling their countries to come in southern Cameroon, where they know there is a full-blown war, a genocide going on in southern Cameroon. Because there are people from shithole nations, they don't care about anything. If there was a means, then I know AU to the colonial dictator of La République du Cameroon to come there to ensure security, to make sure that there should be a free Nations Cup. There should be free Nation Cup, free Nation Cup in Ambazonia. But that wouldn't happen. Now to CAF. CAF happens to be a member of FIFA. You are an organ under FIFA. FIFA preaches fair play. FIFA preaches war, love. FIFA preaches unity. FIFA does not favor war. FIFA uses the popularity of our game to reduce poverty, to reduce wars, to bring peace, to bring harmony all over the globe. That is what unites people. There is nothing that unites people just as football, but you people, CAF, made up because we know there is no member from Europe in that committee. CAF is a bunch of people who hail from shithole nations, from the African continent. A war is going on somewhere, and you decide to award a Nations Cup to that people, to that country, and you still making receiving reports from the colonial government of La République that there will be a free Nations Cup, and you are still sending people there, despite of the letters written to those nations that are supposed to partake in the so-called CAN. You are still telling them to go there. We were supposed to see a letter from the president of CAF or from the secretariat of CAF, African Confederation, Football Confederation, stating clearly that there is a war in that part, that those people are different, and you don't think that there should be any match played there. But you are enabling a genocide, because what will happen on that day, you won't be there to tell the story. I want to tell you that we are prepared to the teeth to make sure that a single match does not take place in Victoria, because it is illegal. That is our territory. We know where our boundaries are built. We have territorial boundaries, borders with the Republic of Cameroon from Mongo. They are well defined and well written, well documented in the United Nations archive, in the Secretariat of the United Nations. You cannot aid CAF. You cannot aid La République du Cameroon to come to our place. By aiding them, they will come with more military and more people will die, because we're going to fight back. Then you are promoting genocide instead of promoting peace, love, and unity, just as football stands in the globe or in the whole of this world. I've never seen where football supports war. I've only seen where football has quenched war, where the legendary Didier Drogba of Côte d'Ivoire used his God-given talent and went to Ivory Coast when that country was suffering, and he cried and demanded his people to lay down arms. And that is how he used football without any force, without politics, to bring some level of sanity in that nation. And today he is being recognized as a legend. Now, to CAF, you will not hold any of us responsible for any foreign player that will be killed, that will be arrested, for any supporter that will be killed, that will be arrested, for any hotel that will be ambushed and be set into flames, to make sure. I hope you will not call us terrorists, because we are not terrorists, and that is the reason why the international community isn't buying that idea that we are terrorists. Now, to CAF, it isn't late. It is still about 5 days. You have right to reschedule your matches in other parts. You have Garoua. You have those failed stadiums all over La Republique, where you have sand and bare ground. It is time for you to reschedule those matches that you thought were to be played on our place, because we are going to fight back. Even a member of CAF is seen in southern Cameroon, he should be arrested, because we have not seen any member of CAF who stood up to denounce this war, to use their voices to make sure that the people of Ambazonia or southern Cameroonians have justice. So, my brothers and sisters, there will be no Nations Cup in southern Cameroon. We know they will do everything possible. They have sent about 600 of their colonial forces in Ambazonia. We have prepared. Now, to the people on ground zero, mostly in the town of Victoria, we know that town is being occupied by foreigners. When I say foreigners, foreigners are those inhabitants, citizens of La Republique, who have seized the land to send you people out and stay there. They won't be the first people to go to the playing ground to watch that match. Now, each and every one of us who is an Ambazonia, we have it like as a collective responsibility to educate people, both the old and young, the dangers that are involved when you leave your house, to say you just want to see just the street, who is passing and who is not passing. You are not going out. We don't kill our own, but bullets don't know. When we start fighting to defend our territory, a bullet will not be going and say this is an Ambazonia or this is a foreigner de la Republique. A bullet will be there to put down anyone who comes, who disobey the orders of the land. No bullets. Those explosives, everything that we're going to use, every tactics that we're going to use, that I'm not going to discuss here because they are classified information, will not know that this is an Ambazonia and this is a Francophone, or this is, if you come from Nigeria for Nations Cup, it's going to take you. If you come from Zambia, it's going to take you. Zambians, I still warn you people, because I can recall, history can tell us, history told us that you are the people who drowned. I think you had a terrible air crash where all your players died. You want to come and witness that on the battleground. We don't say you will die in an air crash, but you want to come and witness a situation where you will be manning your players again. You won't be the cause, the Zambians. You are the first people that going to say we can never play there. There is a full-blown war going on there. By accepting to play there, telling us that, or your communication department telling the people, the world, that the La Republique has promised you people that there will be tight security, that they will give you people security. Why would they give you security if the place is free? You will not come back as you go. They will do everything possible to make sure if you succeed entering the start, nobody will be there to watch you people. So my brothers and sisters, my mommy and my brothers and my papa, them, everybody, Nations Cup is not there for Ambazonia. We'll not get no Nations Cup. When we'll finish our fight, or put our capital back for Boya, put our own president, we go table our candidature for become members of African Football Confederation. While they will get talent, we will start compete so that we will play Nations Cup. We will come see how we picking the play. This Nations Cup way they now what we were. Say no when we war. Say the independent war begin talk. Say no everything be calm. So no so we not ever green. We not no more go outside because when the fight, what will they defend our land that day? We not finish prepare. Bullet, God no say this omami na Ambazonia. Or the one na Francophone, or the one na Zambia, any man will say asa will not say na target. On those days of matches, any man will say asa na target. We need to play, we need to laugh with any man. This opportunity, no opportunity war must let them go. We need to see what they happen. We need to see the way we decimate military officers. You people can see the way we are dealing with military. You must know that we have advanced. You saw what happened in the northern zone, where the military, there were pieces all over. You know the type of technology, the type of techniques, the type of equipment we have now. We will not take it to anyone, be it an Ambazonia or a foreign national who comes there. If you are arrested, you will be treated according to the laws of the people of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. So no Nations Cup. We know they will pay other black legs. We know young boys the day they used to divide sardine. They're going to give them bread and sardine, give them CAMEROON jersey, green, red, yellow, and they will be part. What will you do after that Nations Cup? Will you follow those kind of things? Will you go to La Republique? Because you know that after you know what happened with chiefs, you know what always happened with black legs, facilitators, enablers. If they don't respect the laws that was put in place, where we can't get them at that moment, we'll get them later. So once more, no Nations Cup in the southern Cameroons, in Victoria, in Limbe. That the colonial name is Limbe. Our name, the name of that town is Victoria. No Nations Cup in the capital, Monaco Stadium. We know they've chosen it as a training ground. That is that on Nations Cup. Now, we have to put things straight. You don't have to be afraid of an individual. If you are an activist, if someone happens to be your friend or your brother, if he or she is going astray against the collective will of the people of Ambazonia, you have to call the names to the public. I'm one of those activists who don't hide names because I don't touch money and I'm not interested in money. I don't call soldiers. I don't want to have anything to do with the political structures. There are people meant for that. Now, these three individuals are the people responsible for the stagnation of our restoration war in Meme and Fako County. They are responsible for all the failures because of their selfish attitudes, because of their selfish interest in this revolution. A revolution is not meant for people to make money. It is only meant for people to make money as they are doing with La Republique, whereby generals collect outstation allowance for soldiers. They say each soldier you have 3,000 if you are in Ambazonia for a war. The general calculates it. You are there 30 days. He says it's 1,500 or 1,000. He keeps the rest. For us, we don't do that. We are a cultured people. Now, these three names. You have Tony from the Kumba LGA. That is from Meme County. You also have Fombat from the Fako County. And you have Reverend Asso. Now, let me tell you how the attitude, the actions of these people are stalling this revolution. These three individuals, they have interest, selfish or personal interest in this revolution. For example, I'm the communication secretary, media and communication secretary of Southern Cameroon, Belgium. If tomorrow they get up and say no, they vote and say, I'm not doing that job well, I am not qualified to continue with that job, I have to say I know I'm fighting for this struggle because someone is coming in who will do this job better than me and who will get us to Buea very fast. All we want is how we get to Buea quicker than we expect. I don't want to know who is bringing us to Buea, whether it's this or this. No, the problem is us getting to Buea quicker than we expect. Now, but if I refuse to give my position up, it means there is something that I'm benefiting from that position. Because these are free positions, we don't receive salaries. But if someone sticks and say he is the only one, he or she must be the only one to stay there, know that that person he has certain things, that hidden gains that he's collecting there. Now, in Meme County, in Kumba LGA, the chairman, the chairman Tony, who hails from Meme County and who comes from Ediki, news after proper investigation got to us that he has some special fighters who listen to him, who takes instructions from him. These fighters had to, through from instructions coming from him, to seize cocoa farms from Bamlikes and drop them away. Now, seizing is a good idea and it is very nice for a revolution. This is a very brilliant idea, so that we don't borrow from any nation to say we sponsor our struggle. You could seize those farms to those La Republique living there, those Bamlikes that are blacklegs hiding there and giving information, because those are our farms. He has instructed those soldiers, they seize those farms in the locality of Balingi and Ediki. Now, the proceeds from that farm, because those farms now are controlled by a group of his restoration forces that are loyal to him, to this chairman Tony. The proceeds that are supposed to come from that farm, if we're doing it properly to get to Buea, are supposed to sponsor this war in that LGA, in that county, and we get to Buea as fast as possible. But what we have come to understand is that Chairman Tony is eating that money together with those few soldiers, those few fighters. When they sell the proceeds that comes from those farms that they seize from those Bamileke people, they sell and they share the money and give to him. That is one of the reasons that he is not interested in leaving that position, because of this gain that he is having for himself and not for the collective success or the collective advancement of our war. My brothers and sisters, is this proper? You can give your comments. Is it right? We did not come into a war for individuals who have bad mentality in their head to make money, scammers, to come and be collecting money and be making monies from people's blood. Is that right? Tony, the chairman of Kumba LGA in the Meme County, who hails from Ediki, is not more than the 13 counties that makes up Ambazonia, the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. He is not more than the 61 LGAs that constitute the 13 counties that build up the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, and he can never be among us. Now, there would be counter actions that will be taken to make sure that such attitudes and such individuals never have access to power and leadership because of their personal interest, because they want everything for themselves and to kill this war. Same goes to, now we move to Fako County. In Fako County, mostly in Moyoka LGA, same thing happened. Cocoa farms were seized from Bamileke individuals, indigenes that were there, and those farms were seized under the instructions of Fombat. Fombat, who is the security chairman of the Fako County as a whole. The proceeds that comes from this farm are meant to advance the war, are meant to fund this war so that we'll get to Buea. Now, my brothers and sisters, Fombat thinks that without him, the people of Fako can't succeed. That is a lie. There is no one more than 8 million Ambazonians. Immediately you see your position or you leave your position, another blessed Ambazonian takes that position. Now, we have nothing against him as an individual, but we have a lot of grudges against him because of his actions, because of the way he's handling issues that are related to this struggle. The same format when this was discovered in this Fako County. Elections were now held and he was voted out. He said no, only 4 or 5 people did the election. He does not recognize the election. He will not seek power. Reverend Asong people thought that was a good decision. But because Fomba, who is a security chairman of the Fako County, is not willing to relinquish power, there have been a tussle because of leadership. He is not ceding power to the other person. He is not handing over whatever is in his keeping. But it is simple. It's because of the gains, the personal gains. He knows that if he leaves this position, those soldiers, the farms that they were selling, that they have seized under his instruction, those proceeds the proceeds coming from those farms will not get to him, because he is not doing this for Ambazonia. He is doing this for his personal pocket. So my brothers and sisters, all this, we have to stop all this. All this it has to stop immediately. We have to put things together. We can't, Libya land can be hot. We can be hot. Everywhere cannot be moving, and then you see a particular county or few particular county. I hail from Kupe Mwanunguba. There are some problems there as well. But I'm not fighting for Kupe Mwanunguba. I'm fighting for the collective liberation of Southern Cameroon, Ambazonia. That is simple. So, myself as an activist, I have a right to make opinions irrespective of which county is concerned, irrespective of which LGA is concerned. So this is exactly what is going on in those 2 counties. Now the Reverend Asong, who is voted in, and Fombat is refusing to cede power, to give him position, to give him space to do some job. News also got to us that Reverend Asong started doing some research as well to find other soldiers to carry out same acts. And she too is a lady. She has some soldiers that are still involved in those farm issues. And she too has seen the benefit. And then she too thinks that the benefit that Fombat is having, if she gets to power, then she's going to have it. Therefore, in my own humble opinion, the 2 of them cannot handle that position. The 2 of them are unfit to handle such a position. The 2 of them are responsible for the stagnation of this, our restoration fight in this measure, in the countries that I just mentioned. Now, the president, because of a lot of wisdom, came out and by the power vested upon him, as the commander-in-chief of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia, he passed a decree dissolving the security team of the Fako County because of the tussle between Fombat and Reverend Asong, because of the corruption, and after investigation, because of all the personal gains that those 2 people are responsible for. Now, when he took that good decision so that they can come up with a team now, a strong team, the first person to object was Reverend Asong. Objected this decision and said, hey, over my dead body. Reverend Asong, that is our leader. We voted him and he was enthroned. He was inaugurated by the Restoration Council. You are not more than or above 8 million Ambazonians. You are not more than the 13 counties, and you are not more than the 61 LGA. dare you use such a statement, you're going to quit this fight because we're going to use every means. After discovering the corrupt means, the corruption that you have brought in Fako County because of your personal interest, collecting monies that are coming from pharmacies, from Bamileke indigenes, money that is meant for the funding of this war, and eating it, putting it in your pocket, and then you were so bold and proud, without fear of authority, to say that that decision is dead on arrival. Who are you, if I may ask? Format, who are you? Do you think you are above? Because some people are saying, if somebody refuses to hand money or refuses to cede power, what are we going to do to him? Because we have not yet arrived to Boya as a country. Your name will go down to the books, but before your name go down to the books, all of us have interest back home. Format, I know you have relatives. I know you have farms. I know you have investment. Same as same to Reverend Asso and same to Tony. Now, what we do to those people if they refuse to seek power? We will attack their interests. We won't attack them here. They have interest on ground zero, and that is exactly what the interim government should do, to bring sanity and order to these individuals who think that they came into this war for their personal gain. Fellow viewers, that is the information I had today for Fako and Meme. That is what has been going on, that the public is unaware. It was good. It needed somebody with a strong heart to tell you people. And same thing, I'm still researching from I come from Kupe County. There have been some problems there. I don't want to come up with unverifiable facts that if they go for verification, for investigation, I cannot have any backing. I am still investigating to know about anything that is not going right, like the scandal that I had. A few people in the security team wants to see the failed ADF, which is owned by Yabacho. They want ADF to be installed in Kupe Mwanunguba so that they will use it as a means of tormenting our citizens, as a means of making money, because that is not, ADF is not standing for us. They are not fighting for us. They are standing for an individual who is nobody else but a Yabacho. So I'm still trying to find out. Until I get this information, I cannot dish it out to you people. That is what I had for these two counties as concerning this revolution. So my brothers and sisters, you should check. You should go into your consciences deep. These three people, leave those positions. You are not there. People kept you there. And if people say you have not been doing something good, people have judged you. If people are saying that you people are corrupt, people are saying that you people are stalling the war in Fako County and Meme County, you have to give space, chance for new blood to come in, mostly at this crucial period that God has spoken, so that we'll get to Boya faster than we expected. And lastly, today on my agenda, we have to look at the killings, the recent killings in Mautu, the Mautu massacre. It isn't news, and it is not new that La République can carry out such killings. She has done it repeatedly, not once, not twice, not thrice, repeatedly with proper backings. Repeatedly, well documented, and those files are kept right at the by many NGOs and human people like many I don't even remember. They have it well documented. Now let's get this straight. La République carried out those killings is a means, a mode, a way to intimidate us before the day of the nation's cup, to show us that they have strength. But now ask them questions. Could they afford to kill one soldier, one fighter? They didn't. People who kill children of 2 years, 3 years, people who killing women during a war or during a crisis is a war crime. And I hope the international community is taking note of all these crimes that La Republique has been committing. Killing women in mass number, burying them in mass grave, killing children. So what they did is to intimidate us. They'll never be intimidated. Now, you see when La Republique faces our people, when La Republique faces our people, our civilians, there is no pity. In as much as you identify as an Ambazonian, a son and daughter of Ambazonia, you are a target. You are an enemy. You don't need to be a fighter. You don't need to hold a gun. That is why, that can be explained why they kill children. They want to wipe that generation and think that by wiping the generation, all of us, then they can now fully march on our land and own it. But immediately one dies, another one comes up. They will never kill us. They can kill a good number of us, just as we are doing to them now. But my own encouragement as well is that people cannot be killing our own civilians. And then you see La Republique civilians who are not military people loitering around in your place, enjoying in Moyoka, enjoying in Limbe. And you say, no, we don't want to die. It's a war crime. We don't have problem with those civilians. Lies. La Republique kills our civilians. They have to feel the pinch of what we are feeling. Their civilians don't have to move free. They don't have to stay on that land. So my brothers and sisters, this is a war. This is a war. They have done a lot. They have crossed the border. Since the international community have, what we can say, they have legalized genocide precisely for La Republique to kill our people. We have to fight. You fight, and when you fight, people recognize you. That is why we are fighting like we've never fought before. One person has written here that Sako refused to leave power. Sako never refused to leave power. Sako was not a president. Sako was a vice president. But because things went a way that none of us could control, because our president was adopted, and then we have to stay here, even while our president was adopted with a few some members of his cabinet, Sako still held the title of acting president, waiting for the rightful person that we voted to come out. But you can't keep on waiting. It's like that. You will not say if this president dies today, we will not replace him. If this president becomes incapacitated, we cannot replace him. Because if being in jail, you become incapacitated, that is it. So Sako never voted himself or moved himself to be the president of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. The due process was followed and he was installed and inaugurated by the Restoration Council that oversees the activities legally of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. If I'm saying a lie, you have written, I can see from my comment box, then you can disprove me. And so in as much as he remains, he was kept there legally, constitutionally. That was the very way President Sisiko was brought to power. After vote, he was installed by the Restoration Council. So it shouldn't be different. So that was that. Of what I thank you for writing that, because it needed some clarity. So that was that. So let our people, my heart goes to the families that have lost their dear ones and loved ones, breadwinners in Mautu. But these souls will not go in vain. They go and we shall have result. They go, there is a price for it. And that price will be total freedom, total liberation. If some of us don't enjoy this liberation, our unborn generation will enjoy it. I am in Belgium today because Belgium fought. France, you can imagine, there was a French Revolution. There was the American War of Independence. Everywhere you hear War of Independence. Our own case is not different. You have to fight to have what you need, the liberty that you need. No, liberty is never given free of charge. Liberty comes with a price. So, my brothers and sisters, we should stay strong. And once more, there is no Nations Cup in southern Cameroon. Stay home. When we say there is Country Sunday, and we respect that Country Sunday, you know the economic damages that it imposes, that are pinching. We have a lot of economic problems, economic blackout on the side of La République. That is a civil disobedience campaign every Monday, but it's aimed at showing to the international community that we are the people, the southern Cameroons are one and indivisible. There is nothing like Northwest and Southwest. We are one people. It's just a matter of structuring how to handle power, how to diffuse power to the local authorities so that things can be run properly by the local authorities. We are one and indivisible. Southern Cameroon, the people of the Federal Republic of Ambazonia. So, you have seen a lot of drama on the social media there from people like Monja Monja, many others, so-called Yannick Sikot, and so on, Nambere and so on. Those are sellout. Even Jesus in his entourage had few people who could not stand when the rating came. So, my brothers and sisters, we should make sure that no one goes out. There is no space for black legs and enablers in the Southern Cameroon independent movement. Now, those phony chiefs, they have been killing people since they started killing their citizens. Have you heard one chief come out to speak? Why have you killed my citizens? Why have you killed my children? Why have you killed women? None. So those chiefs, inwardly, they are La République because they stay on La République pay package. From this day, I declare I've never supported that idea that chiefs should be, but any chief who is not in line with the goals and the rules of the Southern Cameroon independent restoration process should be treated the same way we're going to treat a La République soldier, a blackleg, and a enabler. You see them now, they are very quiet. They are very, very quiet. So, my brothers and sisters, this is your son. This is your friend. I'm just speaking out what I can speak to make sure that this fight moves to a conclusive end that will be favorable to us, which is nothing but independent. I'm not more than anyone watching me here. We are all same. We all can speak. We all can give opinions. All of us can disagree and agree but only for the collective interest of this revolution. I know after making these revelations about particular names that hail from Fako and Meme, I will receive a lot of phone calls afterwards. I know there will be insults. I know that I am used to that. I don't respond to insults, but I deal with facts because I stand on the right side because I know the truth shall set us free, shall bring us to Boya. And so, my brothers and sisters, Tony, Reverend Asol, format. This is the last warning to you people. Nobody kept you there. You did not write any exam to occupy positions. You didn't call for this independent war. Many people have owned positions and they have vacated those positions. For others, it's like a relay. If you run you get at this level, you are tired, you hand it to another person. It's not those who started, it's not the one who started that is going to get to the winning point. So it is high time, because we are going to strategize. Your interest will be attacked right from ground zero if you fail these 3 people to give space to leave those counties and LGAs free and hand everything that belongs to those counties, every finance. Stop those fraudulent soldiers that you kept behind. This is the last time we are up to the task. If we are up to the task to deal with La Republique, it's not just 3 of you and a few other soldiers that you bought over that will not handle. So my brothers and sisters, this was the first show. This was my first show of the month and my first show of this year, 2021. I thank you people for giving me your ears. I thank you people for giving me your time. I thank you people for watching this show. And I know on sharing, share to groups, share far and wide. We don't know where help. We don't know where an angel always comes. So you don't need to keep an information like this. If you have, keep on sharing and share. Share and share. Keep on sharing. So this is your brother and your friend Zale Clovisonge from the Kingdom of Belgium. I end this show here today. And we will talk. We will have other shows in a couple of days. Enjoy your day and stay safe. And remember, you don't go for any Nations Cup because we are ready for them. Okay, bye-bye.